Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV. It is Thursday the 31st of March, the last day of March. Don't forget to say White Rabbits tomorrow, early in the morning. Bring Liverpool some luck in April. It's daily news. We've got 3 news stories for you. We've got a little bit of transfer news, a bit of fallout from the internationals. It's kind of a quiet week when it's international week when it comes to club football, isn't it? The first one is Dejan Lovren. Dejan Lovren got in trouble with his Croatia boss, Ante Casic. I hope I'm saying that the right way. C-A-C-I-C. Any Croatian fans watching know that I've said it wrong. Got a history of saying things wrong. Write in, tell me, I'm sure you will, how you should actually say it. Basically, he was named on the bench for the Croatia versus Hungary game on Tuesday. Didn't start, got sent out to warm up with a number of other subs, and he decided to come back to the bench early. Sounds quite innocuous. From what I've read, I didn't see the incident myself. Don't think that's a big deal, do you? Apparently, Ante Casic, the 62-year-old Croatian manager, doesn't want you coming back from a warm-up early. What he said was he did not refuse to get on the pitch because no one invited him to come on. But do you think it is up to Dejan or any other player to decide how long they will warm up for? He obviously doesn't. I will not tolerate such acts, and he made a wrong move. So there's rumours that he's not going to get picked for the Euros because of it, and it's the way it was reported. It says Dejan Lovren's had professionalism doubts in the past when he refused to train for Southampton to force through his move to Liverpool. So is this another thing that Jurgen Klopp's going to be looking at and thinking, okay, there's doubts about this guy's character? Or is it actually really innocuous and nothing? I think Dejan Lovren's been playing really well for Liverpool under Klopp. I think he looks like he could be a good centre-half for us. It's an expensive market, the centre-half market, as we know from buying Dejan Lovren. Go and look at Man City, how much money they've spent, and they still haven't really found a company replacement. But we have got Joel Matip coming in. So there is only going to be one berth. Is that going to be Sacco? Is that going to be Lovren? And also, will Lovren, if he is benched because Matip's come in, will he react in a similar way? Will he show his lack of professionalism, or will he fight to be a Liverpool player? And also, you at home, are you bothered if he goes to the Euros with Croatia? Do you want him to have a break? It's something that we talked about yesterday regarding Henderson and Sturridge in the England contingent, but it applies to all our players. It's something we're going to do on the comments below Excel show as well. Who should play for England from the Liverpool contingent, and are you bothered if they do go, or do you want them to have a summer off and come back completely fit and fresh for Liverpool next year? Talking about Matip, it's kind of tenuously connected to this. Basically, Mario Gotze won't go away. It's all anyone's talking about in the media. It's going to be clickbait. We'll probably title a few more videos about Gotze ourselves because we know everyone wants to know because he's a big name player. Basically, Klopp was asked about Mario Gotze, and basically he said nothing. He called him a player of extraordinary ability. But what he did say, he says, we can talk about Matip, we can talk about something else, but there's nothing more to say about Mario Gotze. So he's saying we can talk about players that we've signed. We know we've signed Matip, we've signed Grujic, but he doesn't want to be drawn into this. But by actually saying that, it created more stories and people are talking about it because we just want it to happen. And I actually think it might be a pre-contract agreement type of thing that'll happen where it gets announced quite soon because it almost feels like it's hit its zenith in its news cycle. And the reason for that is because there's probably been agent talk and there's probably been money talk. They might become a thing where we announce exactly what the fee is and if he actually is joining us pretty soon. And obviously, as a Liverpool fan, as someone who rates Mario Gotze, I really want to see that. Also with Mario Gotze, he come into for some criticism from former German player Mehmet Scholl before the game against Italy, who basically said, why can't he reproduce that form that he did before the World Cup and when he was an amazing talent at Dortmund? It's down to one thing: doesn't train hard enough. He needs to train much more. I don't know, but there is a question mark about why has it not worked at Bayern? Why has he fallen down the pecking order? Why is he getting let go by a club like Bayern? They'd want to keep a really talented German international player at them, if you'd think, wouldn't you? So there is the injury problems, there's that. But basically, Gotze turned round after he'd had an amazing game. That was before the match, so I bet your Scholl's feeling a little bit red-faced and said, does he watch me train every day? No, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And I kind of like that attitude. He also, I believe Klopp we'll get it out of him. If Jurgen Klopp wasn't our manager and we were linked with him with all the injury problems, I may be a bit worried, but actually Klopp knows how to get the best out of him. And then the last bit of news, transfer news, it's not particularly good news because I really, really wanted us to get him, but at the moment, who knows, it still could happen. The Telegraph are reporting that Man City and Pep Guardiola, and that's quite important, the way they've reported it, has chosen to choose Man City over, or Ter Stegen's chosen to choose Man City and Pep over us in a £20 million deal, which is gutting because I think we need a new keeper, and I think Ter Stegen's a very, very good keeper. What was also interesting in the reporting, we were reading the article this morning in the office, and no one actually had heard this. The Telegraph were reporting it like this is the second time someone's chosen Pep Guardiola over Klopp, because Ilkay Gundogan has also chose to join Man City. And I didn't even know that had happened. And then we had a little look around and there's actually nothing concrete on that. So, yeah, there we go. That gives you an indication of how the summer's going to go. I think the summer is going to be a massive report, and there's going to be huge recruitment drives from Chelsea, from Man United, from Arsenal, from Everton with their new money, but most importantly from Man City and from Liverpool. And I imagine that the way the media are going to report it is they're going to report it as this huge battle of the heavyweight managers, Jurgen Klopp versus Pep Guardiola, who will choose which teams to go to between them. And unfortunately, it's looking like it's 2-0 to Guardiola already, but I've got faith in Klopp that Klopp will be able to get into the word and get into the ear, give a word to these players and actually start to recruit them. So that's your news for today. We have got all the build-up for the Tottenham shows. We've got starting 11, we've got build-up, we've got Chris versus Flav from the Fighting Cock in a paintball duel, and it's worth watching just because it's funny watching a Cockney scream as he gets pelted with paintballs. Don't forget to comment below, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.
Absolutely thrilled to be in charge of Liverpool Football Club. Of course, I take my role as Director of Football incredibly seriously. Never been done before at this club, and I think we can bring an era of new success with my skills off the pitch and Chris's skills getting the best out of the players.